Chat, here we go. It's the salt mine. We start with Rw9 and Vatira. And for those of you watching alongside in the chat, we had a very tense moment as Rw9, apparently asleep, had forgotten that salt mine was happening today. Fortunately for him, I have Killiers on my friends list, and Killiers was in game. That's also fortunate for him. And so I was able to message him, and he ran and woke his brother up, who made it in seconds before he would have automatically lost one game. If he had been even 30 seconds later, he would have been forced to forfeit the first game. But it is just going to be a best of 5 between Rw9 and Vatira. With a lot on the line, we're in the final stage of Salt Mine, a group stage that will then lead into the finals. Now, unlike the previous stages, where each group directly led into the finals, or directly led into the playoffs by where they finished in the group stage, this time they're just going to get points, and then cumulative across all of Salt Mine points will determine who makes it into that final bracket. It's wrong overlay. Are they on the wrong sides? Wait, is it? Who said that? No, Rw9 is... Wait. Oh, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there's a lot of buttons you have to press. On my end, it said 5, but there we go. It does say best of 5. It is a best of 5 today. I'm assuming that's what that chatter was talking about. Rw9 going low 50. Gonna get his first goal, though. Did I just see it not update? No, okay, just update quick. I've never seen Rw9 run not only the Octane, but this Octane. I wonder if this was just... it was just what he had on after trading yesterday. Did trading officially lock out today, chat? Do you guys know? I think that trading is either soon gone or maybe already gone as of today. 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, 7 p.m. Eastern. So this is your final moments. For those of you on YouTube, probably already too late to try and trade and get the best items possible. Vatira, huge flick over the top of Rw9 and able to follow it up for a second goal. We talked about in the previous Salt Mines that we were going to be surprised if someone other than Rw9, Zen, or Moxie were able to win the event, considering how one's events have gone in the past. That's a great read of the fake kickoff by Rw9. And it was looking like it was going to be Rw9's time. Zen and Moxie both had a bit of a tougher start to their playoffs, whereas Rw9 seemed to be cruising. But ultimately, they all eliminated each other before, I believe, Nas eliminated Rw9. I want to say, or maybe Drally. Honestly, I can't remember which one, but it was a Nash Drally in the final. And none of the 3 players we were used to winning made it there. So Rw9, I'm sure, going to want to come away with a Salt Mine win, and why not have it be the final? It's double money finals for this next bracket that will be played in the following week. And I believe Rw9 probably sitting pretty solidly in the money right now, or in the playoffs, I should say. Not necessarily the money. Vatira, though, I think is on the edge and needs a good group stage if he wants to guarantee a spot for the big money. These guys vying for control at the midfield. Vatira is going to convert. Rw9 thought he had an opportunity to close the distance a bit. But Vatira, even just on a couple pads, makes it work. Rw9 thinking the boost advantage was going to help him. By the way, chat, how does the audio balance sound? I have had to reset some audio stuff, so it's possible it's a little bit different than normal. But as long as you guys say it's okay. Is there a chance game sound is a little bit loud? Or is that just me? Game sound fine? Alright, perfect. We'll keep it right where it is. Good to hear. Vatira, nice reset. Wow, it didn't seem like he was cleanly approaching the ball, to be honest. It wasn't a setup that inspired a lot of confidence, but actually helped him scoop the ball and get a ton of power. Now he's got himself a 5-4 lead. Rwas playing off of a nap. And I don't know if, you know, when I was Rwas's age, if I maybe could wake up from a nap and play quicker. But I tell you what, you wake me up from a nap nowadays, and there's no way I'm keeping a close game with Vatira, even if I am Rwas. But he's ready to play quickly off of sleep, it seems. Nap buff. I don't know if you could get a nap buff, but maybe. Rwas getting back down to the ground off the pre-jump. Wow, what placement. I mean, the placement doesn't get better than that on the air dribble. The fact that it hits crossbar and goes in, it's just about as good as it gets. Vatira able to win outs in the corner to get a 7th goal. Rwas trying to get this pinch to stop Vatira's offense, but really just helped him push it towards net. Rwas, long shots. Likely expecting a Vatira clear. Actually put it slightly over the backboard. With a minute left to go. A crucial possession here for Rwas. He wants to put himself into a position where he doesn't need to rush his final goal, and this half flip just might do it. Puts the power underneath it, and Vatira, if he had any boost left over, would have been able to intercept this. But he had to use every last bit of it to get this ball out to the midfield, and Rwas knew that. He was able to capitalize. So diagonal kickoff. It's going to be a wave dash kickoff for Vatira. Rwas trying to box him out. Does grab boost. Vatira forcing Rwas in and out of the net, but such a smooth recovery. And you see Rwas up to take a long shot if Vatira tries to stay close to the ball. But as soon as he sees Vatira falling away, he just goes for that reset, which will allow him to land with a wave dash and stay on the ball. 30 seconds left to go. He was forced back into his half. Vatira, a nice undercut, a crucial undercut, but Rwas still might have the shots. Yes, he does, actually. I thought he was going to need an even better shot than this. You know, something on the nose of his car, but no, he's able to get all the way around it and just side flip in as Vatira out of position. Another favorable diagonal for Rwas. This one drops to Vatira, although I say it's favorable. Looks like it might be a Vatira possession, so let me take that back. Vatira in the air, has the reset. Rwas looking to challenge late, and Vatira can just see the whole world in front of him. Gets the reset and taps it around Rwas. Such a tough decision on when to challenge when you haven't been able to intercept early. That's why you see so many pre-jumps when they're possible. It makes your life as a defender so much easier. Vatira backflip to keep this away from Rwas. He is low on boost. As long as he can stay on the ball, he can make it tough. And yeah, he forces a pinch away. So Vatira gonna win game number 1. Looking a little bit better as he's not maybe coming off a nap. Set himself up early in the series. Game number 2. Rwas and Vatira. It is the Fennec for Rwas, and it is another immediate read of this delay kickoff. Rwas seeing that name tag, somehow able to get the perfect read on whenever Vatira is not taking this diagonal kickoff seriously. That's 2 direct goals. Rwas not able to follow up this low 50. It's actually a great touch from Vatira to put that out of position. Now, a full field dribble from Rwas, even with Vatira nowhere around. Oftentimes, you know, those are used as kind of counters to a close defender hovering underneath you on the back wall. Vatira was just waiting for Rwas, and Rwas brought it to him. Pretty heavy first touch. Rwas made something out of it, though. Shadow defense from Rwas. Interesting decision from Rwas not to save and then go in and out of the net. You'll see a ton of defenders in ones nowadays. Whenever they get a ball sent high, nice download, should be a freebie. They're always trying to get the save and set themselves up to land upside down at the top of the net. So it almost seems like a conscious decision from Rwas not to do that. because we know he can make saves in just about any way you could ask for. Rw9, maybe not the setup he would have liked. The ball popping far away from the wall, but the key in being a good ones player or being a good player at all is being able to make something out of every setup, and that's exactly what Rw9 does here. Recognizes he can get a nice 50 and a follow-up. Vatira to the side wall after winning the kickoff. Rw9 at ceiling heights. Actually just dashed back onto the back wall. But I think he convinced Vatira to slow play this one. Nice save by Rw9. Vatira trying to bait Rw9 into a challenge that left the ball on the goal line for him to follow, but Rw9 had an extended save. A longer extended save than Vatira's extended attack. And Vatira, well, look at the little camera check. See what Rw9 is up to behind the ball. Rw9 demo. So he gets his boost stolen, but he'll just head out to the midfield. And now start another possession. Chip off the back corner to get this started quickly. Can't afford to wait for the ball, as Vatira is going to be respawning and diving back in. Rw9, how did he keep that from going in? Somehow able to use the post to stop that from becoming a goal, as Vatira is still searching for his first. Rw9, that's not going to be it. A little bit of panic, as he maybe didn't have a read on just how close Vatira was. Thought maybe he had to make a play early. I think he could have afforded to have that ball bounce out a little bit more, followed it out, and then gone for a challenge closer to Vatira's car. Rw9 is sticking around. Really, it's just bait. Making it look like he's going to go for the ball, but baits Vatira into getting that touch, using up the little boost he did have, and being completely on zero. The problem is he didn't get anything out of it. He immediately gets dunked by Vatira once Vatira does retreat and grab some boost. The pre-jump allows him to get 2 straight, so 3-0 for Rw9. Vatira working that back, as it's been a lot more stagnant after the first minute. Rw9 a likely full field dribble here. Vatira not going to be able to get up as early as he probably would have liked. You see him resetting on the midfield boost. Rw9, great placement, but Vatira had the save. Oftentimes that near top corner is the toughest place for defenders to keep out. They end up creeping past it, leaving available, but man, yeah, what a save from Rw9. Absolutely well deserving, as Vatira stopped what was a perfect place shot. Vatira, that is a little bit lacking on offense. Very well could have been countered. You shoot the ball and have it land so far from the net. Vatira has the reset. We watched it from Rw9's perspective. He gets the landing save, almost dashing onto the ground. I don't think he landed on a dash, but it is a very smooth save. Saves like that often lead to counterattacks. That's what I'm talking about, and why you need to shoot and have the ball cross over above ground level. All that time it'll take for the defender to then gain control of the ball, land back down. That's the precious time you need to recover after your shot attempt. Vatira forcing Rw9 into net. What a perfect save. Crossbar down and right back into his own control. Not even out to Vatira. Now Rw9 looking too high. So obviously high. Vatira doesn't even need to respect the shot. Stays glued on the ground. Back the other way with just a pad to work with. Rw9 diving at the highest point of that bounce in order to take advantage of the least likely time for a low boost Vatira to go, and it's going to be another full field dribble. It's going to have to be a 50. Interesting. Rw9, I wonder if he decided to bail off that for any reason. Knew Vatira was going to be around. Ooh, Vatira the angle. Wow, what a shot from Vatira. Rw9 bailed off this shot, presumably to maybe set up his defense. Would have otherwise been a tougher counterattack to stop. But man, if Vatira's hitting angles like that, there's not much you could do. And now another tie game. Vatira lobbing one off the kickoff towards net. Rw9 sends this straight up in the air. The recovery from Vatira is quicker. Rw9 able to clean this up, though, and Vatira going all in pretty much for that double. Actually, it's a fairly quick recovery, though. Rw9, nice shots. Rw9 does punish. You know, I talked about Vatira having a quick recovery. He did get back to the play. You see, not with much boost and not in a great position to really stop Rw9. But enough that had Rw9 flubbed, he would have been able to keep a clean slate. Undercut now. As Vatira looks for some offense, down one. Rw9, some sort of fake challenge that Vatira never had to really entertain. What is this shot from Vatira? I think he turtle flicked it. I think he used his jump as he hit the ground to get extra power. Maybe I'm crazy for that. But no, yes, he did. Oh my goodness, Vatira. The creativity. You see him using the get back up jump from landing turtle in order to shoot. And he ties up the game in a crucial moment as well. 20 seconds. Rw9 has possession. Puts this ball on the crossbar and down. Vatira not needing to get a save. It's back the other way. It's going to be an air dribble bump. Rw9 known to get around these. He does get bumped and it is in. Vatira up 6-5 with 6 seconds left to go. Off the back of an impressive turtle goal to tie the game, and now the classic to give him the lead. Pops this ball high. Rw9, I don't think he has the kind of boost to make something happen with this, but actually a decent pop. Vatira not able to fake this. Rw9 has a great chance. Wait a second. Rw9 will tie the game. Vatira trying his best to just disrupt this play, but actually created a wall for Rw9 to shoot this to the backboard. I think if Vatira wasn't around, Rw9 might have even had a tougher, chance. But now it's 6-6 in overtime. Vatira wave dash kickoff gets him to the midfield boost first, and now he'll have a possession with Rw9 backing off. Flick from the fake challenge. Feeling the moment from Vatira. Scared of getting that ball taken away from him. Reacts to that challenge early. Now Vatira is flick. Sent to the corner. Needs to be careful not to allow the counterattack, and that's exactly what he does. Pinching it on the wall. Undercut now. Somehow survives and grabs boost. Decides not to shoot quickly. Felt like maybe the top left corner was available on a late recovery from Rw9, but admittedly, that would have resulted in a very strong save. Something Vatira wants to avoid. He wants to keep possession, and he has it right now. Reset. Rw9 takes it away, and it seems like it's a free run for Rw9 as Vatira used every last bit of boost. And wow, what a steal in game number 2. Rw9 should have been out of it, but an unfortunate pinch for Vatira as he went up to that ball high off that last kickoff, trying to force it anywhere, but where it ended up. Nice back wall set up for Rw9. We'll be tied 1-1 in this best of 5. Game number 3. Hopefully, we have a game 3 in store that's anything like game 2. That was one of the best games I've watched in the Salt Mine so far. Vatira needs to not allow the way that game ended to affect him going forward. Those are the kind of games that can almost end the series mentally if you allow it to. But Vatira, fairly mentally strong player. You don't get the amount of success he's had in his career in Rocket League if you let that little stuff affect you. I didn't even notice what I did, but I see how chat's reacting, so. Oh, the old classic, air dribble bump. It's been working well. Rw9 gets around it for the first time. And Vatira not able to make it back for the doink. He's actually pre-jumped this dribble and intercepts Rw9 before he could get anything figured out. It should be a first goal for Vatira. I have a guess what I must have said. I never mess up, so whatever I said was certainly exactly what I meant. Rw9 kickoff win, converting for a goal, able to steal the back corner boost from Vatira. Rw9, a demo to gain some space. Big challenge. Might have gotten Rw9 to jump there because Vatira backed off. There's no 50 to be won, no flick to be used. Rw9 has a counterattack right now. Booms the ball. Wow. Doesn't get better than that. Crossbar down to punish Vatira for losing that boost race in his back corner. Vatira denied an opportunity off this kickoff. Rw9 to the skies. Has the resets. Tries to go to the ground. Vatira doing a good job of showing defensively that he could cover the reset if it was used. But still getting a great 50 back the other way. He's going to go back to the air triple bump. And he's had some pretty solid success with this. Rw9 is going to have to start thinking twice about shadowing as a defender. If there's anybody who's been able to get away with it the most, it's definitely Rw9, who does seem to find his way around those air triple bumps. But he's going to have to pre-jump them if he really wants to stop Vatira. Vatira kind of outplayed himself here a little bit, although I should give credit to Rw9. Let me correct myself here. Rw9, great recognition of the high challenge from Vatira. Does keep the ball low and shoots it underneath. Interesting kickout from Vatira. Not sure what happened. I was watching from Rw9's perspective, but whatever it was, it actually worked out as he gets himself the first real opportunity of the possession. He is immediately turning right back on the ball every single time he can. He does not want to let Rw9 have any time with it. That being said, he's just going to hand over a freebie right now. Rw9 falls a bit underneath the ball, but finishes off with a 50. He wants another one. Vatira able to guide it away, and Vatira has the boost. Can he counterattack on Rw9? First touch is not it at all. He wanted the touch out across the field, not directly into the ceiling. What a pre-jump, though. Vatira has been really solid defensively, reading these dribbles from Rw9, and this is kind of what we're going to need to see from Rw9, too. A little bit more preemptive defense. Shout out Vatira. Win those defensive MVP awards for a reason, and showing why. A lot of times people would argue that Vatira maybe not the best defender in the game because he wasn't getting as many saves. Well, that goes to show right there. You know, Vatira playing defense really nowhere near his net. That's the reason why he gets himself a goal, so it's not just saves that matter. We are approaching into the tied game at the minute mark, which seems to be a trend with these guys so far. That is not the air triple bump you want, though. Rw9 actually had a pretty poor recovery. With a better one, he might have been able to turn that in for a goal. But it's going to be Vatira with possession still, and he missed his backflip. He had an opportunity as the ball fell down, but he didn't connect. He just needed to put anything on it at all. Rw9 just missed the boost, and that should be a goal. Yeah, by all means, he would have been able to get back had he not power slid just past the boost at the midfield. Rw9. Air dribble resets, and that's going to be a goal in the final moments. Able to go underneath Vatira. Tie it back up again with 36 seconds. Vatira missed flick, but does keep possession. That's crucial. So barely a miss in that sense. Vatira reverses to back it up. Another air dribble, but he decides there's really nothing he can do with it, so decides to land down, keep his boost, play for a different possession. A really smart recognition of the situation. Rw9 just dove for a potential bump or boost steal. He got neither. Now he pre-jumps Vatira, but back down to the ground. That's what we've seen from Rw9. Rw9 bailing out of his pre-jumps often. And instead returning to the ground, he does fake this to allow it to hit. So it's going to be overtime in game number 3. Vatira tapping this one up to himself, but that's not the follow-up he wanted. And that's probably not the half flip that Rw9 wanted. So I don't know if these guys are having a little bit of nerves in overtime again. It seemed like they were playing it safe last time around. Now Rw9, what a powerful shot. Vatira sending it to the ceiling. Actually a perfect save to keep it right around his control. Managing not to send that back out to Rw9 in the midfield. Rw9 diving on ball. Able to stick around and refresh on boost, which was going to be a sore spot for him. He couldn't steal Vatira's corner, but he did. Now into the dribble, and this dribble was definitely affected by Vatira's fake challenge there on the wall, but it's going to be another fake from Rw9. And a game 3 win. Vatira showing a ton of respect for Rw9's offense. And Rw9 is cashing in by letting the ball just bounce its way in. Game number 4. Rw9 and Vatira. It has been a close one. And Rw9 so far has yet to lose in the Fennec. And this has been a staple of this game so far. Not the other way around, but Vatira aerial dribble bumping Rw9. Whenever Rw9 gives him that kind of space, he has just had faith in himself to play that goal line reactive defense. And to be fair, he has lots of evidence to believe in himself, but Vatira definitely has had the edge on those air dribble bumps. Rw9 wants a demo. Yeah, he thought about it for a little bit longer. It was clear that he needed to head to that back corner boost, but he extended his stay just for a little bit to see if he could come away with a demo. I think there was multiple resets in there for Vatira. He's just turning right back on ball immediately, and he's done that consistently all series. Situations where lots of players play a bit more passively, start to prepare for the dribble. You know, Vatira is trying to recognize Rw9 playing slow and taking advantage of it. This long shot will be a Vatira second goal. Rw9 says, what a save, and thanks. As he just passes the ball out to Vatira. Delay kickoff. Vatira has been the one who has mixed up his kickoff more. It's kind of always been the case with Rw9. He's stuck to his standard. It's a huge flick on the half flip. That just leads to Vatira control. Vatira just boomed the ball full field. Definitely would have been unsavable had it been on target. Another air dribble bump. This time a little bit softer. Allows Rw9 to make the late save. Vatira, full field dribble, Rw9 back to nets. Vatira just immediately uses the reset. We've seen this a couple times now as Rw9 does his best to react from his own back corner. He just had a tough time getting those saves on the quick shot. Vatira forced into a backboard pinch to start this possession, and Rw9 wants a 50. Nice save by Vatira. Oh, what a pinch. Oh my goodness, Vatira. Rw9 has nothing to say but nice one. He's working off pads here. 25 boost. It's perfection. It doesn't get better than that. 125 km/h right into the top shelf. That is peak pinch performance, people. You know, once upon a time, people told me that there would come a day when everyone was just pinching the ball across the map because the meta would get that far. It feels like we're approaching that with the consistency at which people can get these wall pinches. Vatira, another kickoff goal, 6-0. I mean, all these games have been close, but this one is nothing of the sorts. It is all Vatira. Rw9, fake jump, gets Vatira in the air. He's done this multiple times. After winning that kickoff slightly into the orange half, he actually tried to just get a cheeky cut around Vatira, but Vatira able to get a touch. Vatira into the air for the dribble. Just great placement. Rw9 throwing in the nice one. Vatira's aerial game has had just about no flaws. Nice scoop. Rw9 can't find the answer. Definitely it seems like the answer, though, is not to sit and wait. Both when he tries to react late to the resets and react late to the air dribble bumps, he hasn't really had a ton of success. He's going to have to work it like Vatira has been with those early challenges. Vatira's just going to wait. He's like, I have a 7-0 lead, bud. You have to come out and challenge me. But he does take his shot. Now a slow dribble. He'll just roll it at Rw9. Rw9, really solid backflip. It's not going to matter, though. Oh, wait, it is. Rw9 somehow gets gifted an opportunity to get the save as the last pixel doesn't go through. But Vatira was trying to bait Rw9 into touching the ball back out to him, and then he could chip it over the top. So Rw9 needed to flip through the save as far as he could to make sure that he was around for the touch, which he did. It still wasn't quite enough, I would say, because it's Vatira. Oh, okay, Vatira. Vatira's getting a bit greedy. You know, if he was about to launch a pinch from his back corner, I mean, that was a heat check, and the fire is not there. A 7-1 lead, though, for Vatira. And he keeps winning these kickoff possessions, and he's continuing to play them very leisurely, and why wouldn't you? No reason to bring the ball to Rw9. Rw9 trying to snag a demo. Can't do so. Some players have a tough time playing that time-wasting game, as you have to be very careful to never get possession. Rw9 throws the woo because Vatira just barely able to guide that ball off target and make it not possible for Rw9 to shoot. You see the frustration as he tries to find a way to get some offense going, but with 30 seconds left, or just a little over 30 seconds left, looks like he's lost time to be able to do so. It's a great placement. Threatening the hook shot everywhere in the net, and slotting it in the farthest corner from Vatira. So that's not it from Vatira on the kickoff. I have to go see what he was doing here. Seems like almost mistakes. Yeah, that's just got to be a mistake, right? He missed the flip early, so then he just kept flipping through and used it after. Rw9, a bit of a gamble. Instead of cutting the ball across his net, assuming that Vatira would expect that and try to turn in field, but Vatira appropriately covered his net. I mean, this will be the most ridiculous comeback ever if Rw9 is able to bring this game back. 14 seconds. Vatira really doesn't have to do a ton on the kickoff. I think he just needs to play it like he has been the past 4.5 minutes, because obviously those kickoffs have been going in his favor. He does lose this one. It's a Rw9 possession, but it doesn't matter. It's not an immediate goal, and that's what's most important. Vatira back the other way, 8-4. He's going to send it to a Game 5. And the way these guys have been playing against each other, it feels like it had to go there. One more second on the clock. These guys won't play it out. Vatira winning the first game in the fourth. And the way he was looking in Game 4 might be on track for a series win. Game 5, Rw9 and Vatira. Rw9 very likely comfortably into the playoffs, I imagine. The Salt Mine final stage. Not sure what it's called. Wait, what is the Salt Mine 3? Is it just called final? Is it called the final? The playoffs, probably? This is stage 3 groups, and then I think it's the final. So anyways, I believe Rw9 fairly comfortably into the final, though probably fighting for a bye in the bracket, I imagine. Vatira, I believe, somewhere on the edge. He need a good performance in these groups if he wants to make it through. So a lot to fight for both of them. This is just the first round of these groups, and Rw9 will be the first to score in game number 5, which is probably important for him considering he has had a bit of a tough time scoring in the past couple minutes. Vatira starting 7-1 in the previous game before Rw9 got some freebies to make it look like he had any offense, when in reality, for 4.5 straight minutes, he did not. Another kickoff win for Rw9, and those have been crucial. That is actually where Vatira has had the most control of the match. Kickoff possessions have often been heading to him, and here he has one again. 0 boost for both him and Rw9. Vatira to the ceiling. That touch isn't it. In fact, it's so not it. It's basically an own goal. Not that Vatira's take was that ill-advised. He was trying to get a stronger shot that will cross the goal line in the air. That would at least buy him a bit of time to recover, but dropping the ball down, no Rw9 is going to be scoring off that. Vatira has elected to play the safer option whenever he's had what looks like a Rw9 out of position. I think that's a really smart play from Vatira. If you play into Rw9's defense, try and see if you can beat him with speed. I think there's a solid chance he proves that he's quick enough, and those fast saves end possessions. Vatira doesn't want to end his possession, so he's been playing it slow and been converting like he did on his previous one, but I mean, he's had a few kickoffs not go his way now, and he fought for this one, and it's led to a Rw9 goal. So 3-1 lead, just a minute 30 in. Or sorry, I should say 4-1 lead, 3-goal lead. As Vatira takes this one to the back wall. And he will start a dribble to go the distance. The reset, it's a fake, and it's one of the first fakes that he's used all series long, cashing in on what has been perfection in the air. Rw9 has to react expecting the flip. Oh, we actually got a touch on that blue trail. Means Rw9 grazed it on its way in. But again, it's Vatira scoring through the air. Demo in the corner. Vatira will get a third. Vatira trying to pre-flip into the corner to grab boost and clear the ball. Even though he didn't get a touch, he is still able to recover before the Rw9 shot. Now Vatira off the bounce from the ceiling. Fakes him where he's often been a bump, and instead places the ball top left. I think in this position, in previous takes, he goes past the ball and then in for a bump, and I think you almost see Rw9 getting ready to get up over the top of that, and then instead, Vatira just accelerates and puts it top left, and you see Rw9 is completely and totally out of position. Rw9 even has to give him the nice shot. Was that a double demo? Yeah, there's no perspective I can jump to, so double demo at the midfield. Rw9 challenged. Goes low 50, and will his dash get him back to the ball in time? It will. Rw9. Huge win into the corner of Vatira. This angle is available, and these guys don't miss these angles. Rw9 going to make it 6-4. The kickoffs have been really the game so far in Game 5. The edge has shifted over to the player who's been scoring within 10 seconds of the kickoff. Vatira's going to get this first possession, and he pops it over the top of Rw9. And it's an easy tap in for the 5th. Vatira favoring that wave dash kickoff in pretty much every scenario. Rw9 sticking to his standard, tried and true. He's had a tough time earlier, but he's been able to start winning some lates, making the right adjustments, whether or not he's changing up his style, or at least changing his approach. Rwas set up the side wall. Way too strong of a first touch, but Vatira actually pre-jumped it, so doesn't get the ball stolen from him. Vatira attempt to counter. Rwas noticed that he basically owned goaling if he got a touch. So he lets the ball bounce off the back wall, and the counterattack gives him a 2-goal lead. In a game where these guys have been fighting for inches. 2-goal lead in Game 5. Starting to feel very significant. Rwas clearing off the back wall, rushing back to this one, worried about what Vatira can do. Vatira actually didn't have any boost to do anything. Air dribble bump. These have gone Vatira's way. For the most part, it's low. Vatira just powers it into the bottom right. Rwas got the save. Couldn't get the follow-up. Rwas wins out the boost. Vatira was first to the ball. He's actually just going to try and pinch to buy himself a bit of time and throw off Rwas' setup. You see that dive immediately by Vatira. That's been the difference oftentimes between these two. Immediately as Rwas gets possession, Vatira wants to be close as he can get away with. Rwas has been more often backing off. Rwas, a misread on what Vatira could do here as he gained control of the ball. Maybe trying to dive out for a little bit more boost. Yeah, almost setting up his angle to get that first pad and another pad. He wanted to get 2 on 0. Vatira just going to punish. Rwas should have a kickoff goal here. All Vatira can do can help guide it in. Wave dash hug at the midfield. We haven't seen a couple of those whenever Rwas has gone to his wave dash kickoff, which I admit he has done on occasion now because it seems like almost every time he does, it's a kickoff hug. 8-8. 45 seconds. His kickoff into Rwas' half. Vatira not going for the boost. He stays on ball. Is that going to work out for him? No, it's not. I mean, it was a bit of a gamble. You expect him to pick up midfield, turn around, but that would be allowing Rwas to have possession. So instead, Vatira said, I know you have 100. I'm going to make 20 or so work. And he just ended up being wrong. Vatira wants the immediate shot. Rwas covers it. And now low boost situation for Vatira. He will back off. Rwas in control of both the ball and the game right now with the 1-goal lead. Vatira to the back wall. Misses the touch. Going to be forced to make another save. You see him waiting on the backboard. Rwas wise to delay his shot. Vatira just inches away from directing that to the corner. 9 seconds. He would take a couple miracle kickoffs for Vatira. This could be one of the first, though. This flick is a bit off, though. That needed to be top left. And when that's off target, it is a Rwas win. He takes it just barely in Game 5 as he wins his first round of the Stage 3 main event.